Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Peace be upon you all. Welcome here again. I'm Aya. I created this channel around 2 months ago and I named it Resinology. I might change the name, I don't know, because it seems like a religion name or something. I don't want people to understand it wrongly, but it originally came from two words, recycling and knowledge. And the purpose of the channel was to recycle the knowledge that I have, because for the longest time I felt that all the knowledge, all the information, all the science that I had was trapped inside of my head and I couldn't, connect it to people. Anyways, that was the intention of the channel, and I created one video in January, and it was about learning English. However, after that, I think we are all aware of what's happening in the world right now. We are all in this together. For some reason, I stopped doing these videos. I had a lot of videos planned, but for some reason, they were not published. So the whole thing happened, this whole pandemic that we are living in right now, and it drives you to think about so many things and the type of information that you want to deliver to people or connect to people, and just it drives you to reflect on so many things. One of the most common things that I hear people talk about these days, and I'm not really saying that there's a specific type of people who are talking about, like everyone, is uncertainty. As if people are just so scared of the uncertainty that happens in such situations. In my religion, in Islam, we are exposed to uncertainty in so many ways. Like even in Quran, the holy book, there is a lot of verses and a lot of ayat that speaks about uncertainty in life. Because if you think about it, the worst case scenario is like death, let's say. Well, death is unpredictable, whether it was in a pandemic era or any other era, right? And death does not discriminate based on age. It doesn't know whether you're young or old. Children die every day. Old people die every day. So I don't think that should be the most fearful thing that we focus on, because it's inevitable. It's gonna happen either way, whether with a disease or for other reasons or due to other reasons. But it's what you do in your life and the lessons that you take out of these times, and how can you be a better version of yourself even in such situations, such hard situations. For the first time in like ever since I've been alive in this world, for the first time I feel that we are all fighting the same thing. We are not fighting each other, we are fighting one thing, a virus. We're all trying to do our best to get rid of it and move on with life. The thing that really bothers me these days is the amount of online courses that have been coming out of everywhere. Seriously, wherever you go, there's some sort of online course that you have to do, not have to do, but it's there. You open social media, there is an ad for a Harvard course that you can take for free, and it's very tempting, really, to do that. And then you go to another website, there's another course, and another website, and another course. All institutions, educational institutions are opening their platforms for free, which is really nice. But I found myself just in this whole overwhelming feeling where you want to do this and you want to do that and you want to do all these things and you want to use this time that you have in quarantine or whatever, but you find yourself at the end of it so exhausted mentally and even physically sometimes, because you're consuming all these information. Not only are you watching the news to know what's happening, but you're also you're also trying to make something good out of the free time that you have. But how am I supposed to be connecting and feeling less anxious if we are consuming all these social media, and we are consuming all these kind of information that's coming at us from everywhere? I don't know how are we going to be less anxious if we are on our phones all the time, reading all the breaking news and receiving millions and millions of information every second. I think we need to step back a little and stop consuming information, stop consuming all these courses and free stuff that's coming our way. I hope everyone is staying safe. I know how overwhelming it can be, and I know how bad it can be for our mental health. My advice is that try to disconnect a little bit from the environment around you. Try to not consume every single thing. Try to disconnect from your phone, from social media. I think if we were not able to do that, we will not see the benefits of such times, because yes, it's a hard time, but at the same time it is an opportunity for us to I'm not gonna just be so cliche and say rediscover ourselves, and reconnect with ourselves, because yes, this is an inevitable thing that you would do when you are alone and with yourself. But at the same time, distractions are everywhere, right? You can distract yourself through your phone, on your laptop, Netflix, whatever you're watching, and you'll not be able to rediscover yourself, because all we're trying to do is distract ourselves from ourselves. So if you want to find something new, find something different in this whole situation, then I believe we have to disconnect. We have to disconnect, at least for a small period of time. The other day I was reading a verse from Quran. It's in Surah Al-Baqarah. I'm gonna read it in Arabic and English, and hopefully it resonates with so many people. It's verse number 155 in Al-Baqarah. وَلَنَبْلُوَنَّكُمْ بِشَيْءٍ مِنَ الْخَوْفِ وَالْجُوعِ وَنَقْصٍ مِنَ الْأَمْوَالِ وَالْأَنفُسِ وَالثَّمَرَاتِ وَبَشِّرِ الصَّابِرِينَ. I'm gonna read the translation in English here. And we will surely test you with something of fear and hunger, and a loss of wealth and lives and fruits, but give good tidings to the patient. And then it continues, who, when disaster strikes them, say, indeed we belong to Allah, God, and indeed to Him we will return. This is one of the powerful verses that I always find fascinating when I read Quran, is that this is not the first time this happens. We kind of feel that this is like the end of the world and it's unprecedented, it never happened before. But the truth of the matter is, it did happen before. It happens to our ancestors, it happens to the Prophet who came before us, it happens to people in different eras and different times in the world, and they were able to get past it somehow. I know it's a complicated world to live in. What a time to be alive, people. It's difficult, it's hard, but please take care of yourself. Take care of what makes you feel calm and tranquil. I think we need this type of balance in our lives, to know when to stop consuming something and when to feel okay to consume it. We have so much going on here and so little out there. It's really important that we document these days for the next generation to see, because they might not have the opportunity to live what we live today. I encourage everyone to document it. Write your diaries, make videos. Anything you learned from this time will be highly appreciated by everyone. in the next generation. Try to learn something new every day. If there's something you want to learn about, let me know. My background is in chemical engineering, and I love reading books and stuff. These are two areas I can benefit people in, and learning English if you're an Arab person or someone from who speaks a different language and wants to learn English. I can help with that too, so yeah, give us ideas. And stay safe, stay socially distant, and help people around you. See if there's someone in need around you, because there's a lot of people right now who are suffering due to this pandemic and the economical consequences of it. Also try to see the elderly around you, anyone who wants help. By helping others, we also help ourselves feel better in this time. Thank you all for watching. Stay safe. Assalamu alaikum. Peace.